Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Commission on Human Relations. What is it and what's its main responsibility?
The Human Relations Commission is a body that has been established by city government for the purpose of helping people who have problems with discrimination in housing and other areas. The commission has been in place for over 70 years and has been at the forefront of making certain that people who are facing discrimination have a place to go to and a process that they can count on.
Who are some of the members of the commission and how are they selected?
They come from a wide variety of areas, but they're representative of all the various people that live in the city of Pittsburgh. We're kind of a melting pot.
Hmm.
How you get selected is that you work through the sitting mayor. And if you make a request that you want to be on the commission, then they begin to do a little research into your background. And then you submit your information in terms of what you've done, what you're looking to do, those kinds of things. And then eventually you get voted on by the commission members themselves.
When it comes to housing discrimination, let's talk about that. How can a person realize they're being discriminated against when it comes to whether or not they can get housing in a certain area or a certain location?
The person is denied housing through a series of methods. The first generally is that a person goes to a place and they read an ad, and their ad says the rent is so and so and so and so. They call and they say, "Yes, we'll show you the apartment." And then when you show up, they say, "Oh no, we've already rented it." The other thing that can happen is that the individual can go to a unit, they can accept their money, and then all of a sudden there's more money that has to be provided because of the size and scope of the family. So, for example, I could go in and say I have three kids, and a dog. And
Hmm.
then all of a sudden they would say, well, there's an extra fee for the dog. And then they would say, no, we're not going to allow you to have the dog at all because we want to be no dogs in our units. And these are things that happen to people on a regular basis because when they present themselves, they let them know that there's three people. They let them know that they have a dog. But once they start the rental process, then the landlord begins to say, no, we can't do this. We can't do that.
If I am a person like that who went to a property, they told me I could, rent it. All of a sudden, I get these excuses why I can't rent the property. What should I do and who should I call?
Well, the first thing you should do is to make certain that you attempt to receive something in writing from the landlord. Just simply because the landlord tells you that, you should ask for something in writing. Can he provide a letter? He may tell you to go pound salt, but the important thing is to ask,
Mhm.
so that clearly you have some evidence that you did ask. This is what you asked, and this is what the response. The next step is that you come to the commission and you wish to register a complaint. What happens is one of our investigators will look at your complaint, try to collect all the information that we can from you, and begin to uh, contact the landlord to first try to mediate it,
Mhm.
and then second, to take it down the line through some other steps that we have that makes it more difficult to resolve it just with the mediation.
Now, I want you to give us a number in a couple of seconds, but anything else you want to tell us before we wrap up?
Um, I think that people need to know their rights. I think that people need to be about trying to make certain that they are not cheated. But most of all is that we're a place where you can ask a lot of questions and we will tell you what's possible and what's not possible.
All right. So give us a number on the Pittsburgh Commission on Human Relations and where they can contact you.
412-255-2600. And we're on the ninth floor of the City County building.
All right, Richard Morris, thanks a whole lot. We appreciate it and enjoy your day.
Thank you, Ty. Be safe.